Welcome back. Kanye West has been suspended from Twitter once again after posting an anti-Semitic tweet which showed a picture of the Star of David merged with a swastika. That came hours after the rapper, now known as Ye, was on an episode of InfoWars with right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones and praised Adolf Hitler. We're joined now by Dan Panitin, the director of allyship at the Friends of Simon Wiesenthal Center. Dan, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Look, it doesn't matter what you think of Kanye West. There are theories that he might have bipolar, that, you know, he's not well mentally. But when he puts out something so hurtful and vile and just disturbing on social media, targeting the Jewish community, what kind of damage does that do?
Unfortunately, because he has such enormous reach and influence, when he spreads hate messages like this, it normalizes it and it shifts the Overton window. It shifts what is permissible in discourse. So what we're seeing now is that anti-Semitic rhetoric that just years ago would have been unthinkable is now being expressed quite freely on not only social media, but also the streams of fringe media figures.
And Dan, I'm curious to know, what you make of the situation, because people look at Kanye West. He's famous, he's a rapper, but he's also a black man, right? And then you have Adolf Hitler, who is probably the most racist person in the world. He only wanted the Aryan race to, I guess, survive and succeed. So when you put those two and two together, do you scratch your head?
Not really, because although, of course, Nazi ideology was an inherently white supremacist ideology, people of color, racial minorities, absolutely can endorse fascist ideologies and hateful beliefs. So although, indeed, Hitler was not a fan of African Americans or black people, Kanye West, it's not outside the realm of possibility for him to appreciate some of the things that Hitler said, some of the filth and horrible things that he said.
Okay, it's good to point that out, that just because, you're a minority or visible minority, it doesn't give you the license to do this to other groups in society. Dan, so Twitter's reaction by banning Elon Musk, by banning Kanye West again, do you think that went far enough? Should this be a lifetime ban?
So no, I don't think it went far enough. Elon Musk gave him a 12-hour suspension, but he needs to be permanently banned. He should never have been allowed back on Twitter in the first place, but unfortunately, Elon Musk seems determined to allow some of our society's worst hate mongers to use his platform.
And Dan, can you give us an idea of how much anti-Semitism has grown over the years, and why do you think this is happening?
Anti-Semitism is often a response to anxieties about changing times, and anti-Semitism is inherently linked to conspiracy theories, which we've also seen explode during the pandemic. It's often a response to fear and a lack of control and power in a situation, which during the pandemic, a lot of people have experienced. Now, that is not to excuse it in any means, but it's to point out that often anti-Semitism is a barometer for how things are going in the society. And unfortunately, we are seeing rises of extremism and conspiratorial thinking. And so anti-Semitism tends to go hand in hand with that.
Yeah, we are seeing this disturbing trend pretty much everywhere. Dan, we've seen the reaction of Elon Musk. You don't think it's enough. But when you look at the rest of Hollywood, the rest of, people on social media, the influencers, do you think that they're doing enough to kind of stand up against Kanye West and his messages right now?
There are indeed voices who have spoken out, and that's very heartening to see. For example, like we know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has spoken out very forcefully against Kanye West's vile anti-Semitism. However, what we need right now is allyship. The Jewish community cannot do this on their own, so we really need members of all communities, notable members, to speak out forcefully against what was said and to make it very clear that it will not be tolerated in their own communities.
And perhaps teach our kids about why this is so important as well. All right, Dan Panitin, Director of Allyship at the Friends of Simon Wiesenthal Center. Appreciate your time this afternoon. Thank you.